What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Adrian. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back, all you returning. Today, we're going to be taking a look at my Batman by Paul Dini omnibus. And for those of you that don't know what an omnibus is, let me take you through it really fast because I didn't know what it was for a long time either. So I was barely getting into comics, and I was trying to figure out, I want to read more Batman. I just seen him in TV shows and movies and stuff, and I want to learn more about him. But you know, in comics you have to pick up single issues and then you have to go find them, and then you have to it's like, well, if I have number one I might not find number two, and I just want to read like a good Batman story. So I figured out omnibuses are collected runs of like a single author. So this author right here for this omnibus is Paul Dini. So when he was writing Batman, he had like a whole bunch of issues. It was like a couple of years he was working on Batman, right? Writing Batman. And every issue that he wrote is collected into this giant collection, which is called an omnibus. And it basically collects like a whole bunch of issues from like a single author. So this is Paul Dini's omnibus, and it collects all his Batman runs. So that's basically what it is. So yeah, that's basically what an omnibus is. And yeah, so let's get started and see the cover right here. This is the cover of the book, and it's really nice. You can see the artist down here is Dustin Nugent and Don Kramer and Wayne Foucher and Derek Fridolf, I think that is. And these are basically artists that worked on the book. The artists for like each of the comic, for each comic or different comics. There's different artists in here, and I believe the front cover is from Dustin Nugent, and that is a really nice cover. I really like the watercolor look to it. Batman right there with his eyes glowing, and the bat signal behind him. It's really nice. Take a look at the spine right here. Got the big old Batman text. Paul Dini, DC at the very bottom right here. At the back, got really nice cover. I don't know if this is him, but that's a really cool looking Batman. You got the Joker right there in the back. So that's really nice. We take off the dust jacket here. Set this to the side. And right here we got the the cover for the off the dust jacket right here, and actually the cover of the book. And again, it is by Dustin Nugent, and really nice cover. It's this black and white Batman. You can see like nice watercolor look to it. Again, the spine got the Batman text, but this time in red. And the back, and then if you open it up, you got the full artwork right there, which kind of like wraps around the whole book, which is pretty nice. So now that we have that, let's take a look at the inside. All right, see you guys in a few. All right, you guys, so here we have a closer look at the omnibus right here. And what I forgot to mention before is basically what separates an omnibus also from like regular like single issues, which are normally what you think of when you think of comic books, those small like issues with like 20 like the 15 pages, is that this is a much nicer collection than that. It's more premium, more collector's edition. It's just a nicer package, if you will. Nicer packaging, if you will. Instead of like paperback, it's hardback. You got a nice cover. You got no ads inside, and the standard comics are a certain size. Well, these are oversized, so they're like a little bit bigger than normal comics. So yeah, that also goes into being an omnibus, and this is much pricier as well. If instead of you're getting like volumes, which are normally like 25, this is, since it collects a whole run and it's in a much nicer format, they're more pricey. They're like 100 to like 90 to $80, like around there. So there's that to keep in mind. Anyways, let's get started. Getting into the book here. Here we have the front page. Really nice artwork by Dustin Nugent again. Got Batman up there with Robin. I really like this. I like the whole smoke in the background. I really like that watercolor look, like I said. Really nice artwork. Over here, got the credits, everybody who worked on the book. Paul Dini right here, all the artists and the colorists, letterers, and all that stuff. Really nice artwork right here on the right side. Batman, with Gotham City in the background. All the lights and the buildings and stuff. I really like how that looks. Really nice. Turn the page here. We have the table of contents right here. These are all the issues that are in this omnibus, and here are the page numbers. It gives you the page numbers, but there is no numbers during inside the book. Like if you go right here, you don't see, there's like no numbering on the top or on the bottom here of, you know, any page. So there's that. But it does give you the numbers. I guess if you count them all, you know, you can like go in and bookmark them where they all start and stuff like that. But yeah. Again, table of contents continued. We have an introduction into the book. Introduction continued, and then we have the first cover. Right here on this side, on the right side, you know, whenever we get to a new issue, they'll give you the cover, and on the back they'll have you this background over and over again, and then it lets you it breaks up the issues and stuff like that. So here we go into like the first issue right here. Really nice artwork. See all that beautiful art. And right here, I think Batman, this issue, I think he's facing off against like some kind of like high society villain. It's one that I've never seen before, but it was a pretty good issue. Again, new cover. Breaking up a new issue. Again, you got the same background cover. Got a new one right here. Fighting Roxy Rocket, I believe her name is. You got the Riddler. So you have like foes from Batman's Rogue Gallery in this, as you would expect, being a Batman comic. And what the funny thing about the Riddler is right here in this during this time or during this comic book, you know, he was like reformed and stuff, and he opens up his own like detective business, and people like hire him to like you know, solve crimes and stuff. So he ends up like working with like Batman sometimes, and it's pretty funny seeing their interactions between each other. You know, Riddler always thinks he has the upper hand, and Batman just like letting him, you know, like think he does, but you know, Batman's got it all figured out. So that's a pretty cool team up. Again, more nice art. Got the story with Poison Ivy right here. Really nice image of Poison Ivy. Really sexy. And yeah, this story is pretty dark actually. You know, the story is about like there's like some creature that's after her, so she seeks like Batman and Robin's protection. And you know, when she's like being protected by them, she kind of like, you know, kind of like strikes up like a not like friendly, but like you know, like friendly interaction, like you would imagine like Batman and Harley have, kind of like that. But she kind of starts like that kind of conversation, but like at the end, you find out that she, you know, Poison Ivy's pretty messed up. You know, she's a supervillain for a reason. She does some like pretty messed up stuff in this story, and you find out you find the creature has a good reason for going after her. Let's just say that. So pretty good comic with Poison Ivy right here. And if I didn't mention before, Paul Dini, you know, the writer of this book, he actually wrote for, you know, Batman the animated series, the TV show. So like each issue right here is kind of like, you know, an episode of like the Batman the animated series, although much more darker because I think he can get away with more adult content in the comics than what he could in the TV show. Well, this one where he's like going up against the Penguin and stuff, I don't remember too much what happens in this issue. I do remember when he's like going to the Iceberg Lounge as Bruce Wayne. There's like an annoying like Chihuahua dog, and the Chihuahua gets like eaten by like a seal or something like that. That's all I remember from this comic. It's pretty funny. Let's flip through more pages here. A lot more artwork. Really nice. Again, right here, teaming up with Riddler. So Harley comes out too. It's pretty neat. Oh, and you have Scarface right here. I really like the issues with Scarface. It's always interesting, you know, having like the ventriloquist and Scarface, and you know, Scarface is the mob boss, and you think that yeah, like everything that he says is coming from the puppet, but it's actually the ventriloquist. And right here, there's actually a new ventriloquist. It's this lady, and you find out she has more to do with the. She gets introduced like earlier on in these issues, and then she has like more to do later on. But Harley, the stories with Harley are really funny, really good too. Got right here like a flashback with Harley and the ventriloquist. And right here, Batman teams up with Zatanna a lot. You know, they got some like unresolved issues and stuff. And you see that she has feelings for him, but he can't you know, take those feelings in or something like that because she's Batman, you know. We had another story with Harley right here. I think this is Harley and Riddler. This was a cool story.
Oh, this one with Ra's al Ghul. This was probably like some of the only stories I didn't like in this book, only because it throws you like right in the middle of it. I guess these stories happened somewhere else, and then Paul Dini wrote some, and they put them in this omnibus. But like I was really confused. I had no idea what was going on, so I just powered through. So yeah, there's that. Again, beautiful artwork right here by Dustin Nugent. Just look at that watercolor look. You got a whole bunch of like Batman crazy villains right here. Pretty neat. And fighting some weird goons. It's artwork. This I think this is the Hush storyline. So yeah, this is the first time I ever read about Hush. You know, I think this is like the second time he comes out, or like the second time Batman went up against him. I know there's like a whole, a whole comic where he goes up against him the first time, and a lot of people say that one's good. I've never read it, but reading this, I want to go back and read that because this was really good. Nice artwork. I had no idea what this story was about because this text was kind of hard to read for me, but really nice artwork. I like looking at it. Look at that. Really neat. You got like a Knight Batman and a Squire Robin. Very cool. Got Hush right here on the right side. I think this is like Hush impersonating Bruce Wayne right here, and he gets like meets up with like Catwoman, or she has like beef with him because he did something to her in previous comics, previous issues. Pretty good story. Got Harley again right here. Got Victor Zsasz. The storyline with him was really dark and messed up. I mean, it was super dark. I was like, damn, man. After reading it, I was like, oh man, this is messed up. I was like, I had to go read some like lighter hearted like stuff after this story. I was like, dang, this character is pretty cool. He comes out earlier in the issues, and when you find out who he is, I was like, damn, oh, I didn't know they brought him like, in like that. I was like, that's pretty cool. So I got that there. Got. I thought this girl was Harley, but it's not. She's some other character, some like kind of carpenter. I think her name is the Carpenter or something in the back. Yeah, so her name's the Carpenter. I thought she was Harley for like a while. I was really confused, but there's the story with just her how she works for. She gets hired by this director, villain guy, and he's like trying to set up like a stage play to like capture like Batman and stuff, and she's like the one setting up all the traps and stuff, and then they try to screw her over, and she finds out, and she basically like calls in Batman to help her. Pretty good story. I liked it. We go continuing Hush. Yeah, man, really good comic series by Paul Dini here. The guy's a great writer. People are not lying when he says he's like a really good writer. And then just watching Batman the animated series, you're like, yeah, he is. And this whole omnibus is like that. So really, really good. And then the artwork in this book is really nice. Can't stop saying that. It just is. I mean, look at it. Flipping through some pages here. Got like flashback scenes. There. Got some bonus comics at the end right here with Harley and Ivy. This one's pretty funny. They're in Arkham, and then basically Ivy and Harley are like make a bet, see who can get the most kisses from the inmates and stuff. And Ivy seems to be winning, stuff like that. And I guess Harley all pissed. Got some nice artwork right here from Alex Ross. I really like his artwork. It's more like that realistic look. That's pretty crazy. His artwork is insanely realistic. But it's really good. It makes you like, it gives off that vibe of like, damn, what if this was like real life. Like, and it has like that old like 1940s, 1930s like mafia look to it. Looks badass. It looks really awesome. crazy Joker right here. Harley. This story right here is really cool. You know, you got this creep right here, ducks some little girl and stuff, and she's trying to escape, or she does escape, and she's trying to find like Batgirl, Wonder Woman, or something like that. She's like, superheroes are in the city, I know it. And she like doesn't know who Harley and Ivy is, but she thinks they're heroes, and she asks them for help, and they end up helping her and stuff like that. And then Batman comes and basically lets them go because they did one good deed. Pretty good. No, this one. Which one is this one? Forgot which one. This one. Oh, this is basically like a Harley like Christmas special. That was a good one. Oh, this one was funny right here. There's some thug that the villains always hire, and he messes him up, and like later you learn that it's like basically Bruce and like the Bat family like playing this thug and playing dumb for like all the other guys to like capture all the villains. Then we have like bonus content right here at the end, like concept art and stuff like that, like behind the scenes how they made the book and all that good stuff. So that's pretty much the book, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Alright, you guys, so that was the book. That was Batman by Paul Dini Omnibus. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, please leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And, you know, tell me if you guys collect, you know, these omnibus type books. And if you do, you know, tell me some good ones, because I'm always into, like, reading some good comics. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. God bless, and see you next time. Bye.